What's going on, YouTube? This time, as you see, we are tackling ToA hard. Last ToA videos I was doing was the boss stages for ToA normal using free-to-play teams. Doing the same thing for ToA hard. This video gonna go through the first 5 bosses using this same exact team all the way till the end. But this, like I said before, this video will be bosses stages 10, 20, 30, 40, and 50. I would like to run through them all in one video, but it is ToA hard and they do take longer. So basically, this team, you get your dots from Britta, you get your skill reduction, one debuff removal from Mav, the provoke from Mav. You also get provoke from Basalt. You get slow, AoE slow from Spectra, HP based damage from Spectra, and you push back attack bar with Spectra. You have Bella with a defense break, attack bar boost, and heal, and Basalt with the shield, buff, some heal, and mainly that provoke and his attack bar pushback, just in case Spectra's doesn't work. So trying to be extra safe and effective all at the same time. So let's run through some of the rune requirements. This team has beaten ToA hard for me plenty of times. So the teams don't have super overpowered runes or anything. They just have runes that work. So let's quickly go over Britta's. You see nothing crazy there. You see me going for the accuracy most of all, plus speed. See that accuracy there? Accuracy. That's not even maxed out. It's basically you play keep away the entire time. You don't want to get hit late, like in the harder stages. Otherwise, it's like a one-hit KO. So manage to get accuracy all around without having to use an actual accuracy rune. So that's important for Britta. You want to be able to reset the attack bar and land those dots. Mav here, also nothing super crazy runes. I have him on focus, some accuracy to try to get that provoke or stun. So quick run through of the not even maxed. See, I didn't max that out because I wanted him to be slower than everyone else, so that I can reset everyone's cooldown by, not reset, but reduce by 1. So, and get as many debuffs as possible off. So nothing crazy. Nothing maxed out because pretty much play keep away the entire time. Yeah, you see Spectra, not too fast, but nothing crazy. Got some accuracy there. I could max that out. I will eventually max that out, but I never really needed to. Get some speed. Speed is important. Accuracy is important. Something else that actually helps out as well is getting a decent crit rate. Unfortunately, I do not have a decent crit rate on him, but he still does effective damage. Maybe later on with some grindstones and some enchantments, I can get some crit damage and crit rate on him. So Bella, just enough speed, HP, and defense to get the team going. So there's a run through there. Decent amount of accuracy too. So there you go. You see that they're not maxed out. You just have to have a good team synergy. So yeah. See, 68%. Try to get that defense break. That's really important. And him being on violent, try to really get those defense breaks. And sometimes he goes crazy. You get an extra heal and all that stuff. It really works out. So mainly your support monsters, you want them on violent. Your pushback, your attack bar pushback monsters on violent as well, and it's Spectra obviously on swift, super speed, and Britta, of course, with his AoE attack, stunning the team. You need despair. So let's have a little run through with this team. This is the early stages of hard, so they're obviously harder than the first early stages for normal, but should be good to auto now if you want to try. But I will do some examples of how to run the team exactly. So you slow, you reset the attack bars, do it again. They're very weak, so we'll do as best we can as far as explaining. All right, do the same thing. Defense break. Lay some dots. Not that it's necessary right now, but this rhythm will be super important later on. So, and of course, there's going to be some stages that are really tough. Because some of the monsters, when you're getting to the boss stages, have an immunity to the dots and all that stuff. So you have to really be careful on those stages. All right, push back. Do that just to be safe. Mav comes in, do some damage. Of course, it's not going to crit because it's it's Chow, but push back again. You don't want them to hit you. Any of these vagabonds defense break, Chow goes, and you're just done. So, not even worth trying to risk it. All right, stage 10 done. All right, I hate how every time you say no just to go to the next stage, it takes you straight to the top. All right, so Lima stage 20, same team. See if we can auto this with the team. If you have decent enough runes, a decent enough speed, and everyone's speed synced correctly in the right order and all that stuff, you should be able to auto the first couple stages. If you have the rune requirements that you saw that I showed initially at the beginning, but you just have so much going. It's like CC going on there with the occasional stuns, the dots doing damage, Spectra pushing back the attack bars and slowing them, which is super clutch in ToA hard because you don't want them moving at all. Basalt pushing back as well, and he's got a was it 3-turn cooldown for his, and pushing back as well. And we will target the bosses, see if Spectra can get some damage in there. That's fine. Spectra can actually strip. That'd be a great thing. Come on, accuracy. There we go. Push back. Alright, Mav, do your thing. Push her back a little more. That didn't work, but okay. So, clearly, with Aerial and Belligeul, do not auto. I got a little greedy there, but... Alright. See, that did some pretty good damage. So that took... Yeah, don't auto with Aerial and Belligeul, but... That team, easy work of that boss. Down to stage 30. Alright, Sriracha stage. So, same team. We're not going to auto. We're just going to select quickly. Slow. Defense break someone. Obviously, you'll want a defense break. Whoever's gonna affect your team the most, impact the team the most. Right now, it's not really that important on this stage. All right, defense buff. Slow the team. Now I'm doing this free to play because those people who have really terrible RNG in the game, or are just getting into the game, have managed to go all the way with free to play, never spent any money. I do this for you guys. But clearly some of you are going to have probably one nat 5 that's really OP. And I'm talking about, monsters like Jameer or Varad that can do a lot more pushback and like CC and resetting than Mav could. So if you have something like that, feel free to add that to this free-to-play team. Just take out who, I would recommend taking out Basalt, because Spectra's HP damage, it's still going to be your main damage dealer. But if you have something like that, that is great too. I've seen even people take out Spectra for Daphnis, and replace Basalt with Arya. You saw me use Arya before for the slow and the glancing. So if you do have some minor, nat 5 RNG on your side, go for it. Feel free to use it. This is to simply show that it can be done with monsters easily attained in game. So, all right, defense break, push back, dots. Yeah, see, these guys are getting slightly tougher. They're not dying in almost one hit. And I personally like to use Bella's heal for the attack bar boost. It's fine because you also have Basalt with the heal. So try to speed things up. Gain another upper hand on them by pushing them back, slowing them, and getting an attack bar boost. Also, Basalt is very helpful with in case Mav himself doesn't provoke the bosses or key monsters that will really mess you up. His provoke is pretty good. I'll check the percentage on his the rate of provoke on his first skill right here. With a 50% chance. I don't know if I haven't looked at the skill for a long time. I don't know if it actually increases with skill ups, but 50% is not too bad. So having multiple provoke options is very nice. Push back. Okay, so the light beast monk did not get pushed back, but he's stunned, so that's fine. Defense buff just in case. Push back. Let's reset him. Mav will take the beating just in case. Push back. Yeah, the person you don't want to take the beating is Spectra, your damage dealer. Spectra goes down, it's going to be a very long or ineffective fight. So lay some dots down. Attack bar boost, reset. You see, there's just a rhythm. Everything just like works together. The synergy with this team is almost perfect. Okay. It only gets better if you manage to have some nice nat 5s and all that stuff. Alright, next stage. And by nice nat 5s, like I said, the dragons, Jameer, Vrad, Zyros. That's the ultimate. Having a Zyros and Vrad on the same team is almost cheesing ToA hard, because you reset them you reset their skill, and then you push them back and freeze them. And the one time that they do get to move, it's only going to be their first skill. So, super cheese. Alright, so this is stage 40. Defense break, push back. If you're watching and you've been one of those people that's been hesitant on ToA period, both normal and hard, because you say it takes too long and everything, you're really missing out on a lot of the rewards. I happen to have gotten my Zyros from a ToA normal scroll, no, excuse me, hard scroll. So that is a nice reward for, you know, spending the time to do something that in the in-game that gives you rewards like that. So like legendary scrolls and light and dark scrolls, it's a good feeling. And you know, once you work out the team and all that, it should be less of a hassle. It becomes a matter of time than difficulty, because once you figure it out, the team, the bosses don't change themselves. They just get moved around stages, so they might be a little more tanky and more damage dealing, but the bosses don't really change. They're just moved around. So you know, just like, oh, if you see the Sierra, as you'll see, it's like, okay, I know what to expect once we go to her. So you have that advantage as well. Okay. Push back again. I really like this team because it was easy to attain. You know, the hardest one to attain is obviously the basalt, but seeing as lots of people, the LD rates are atrocious, but that is in your favor of getting a basalt. So you get a basalt and you are having issues in ToA, he helps you immensely. Use him. And if you don't get the basalt, but you have the other 4 monsters, try to get another support monster. Some people use Bernard for increased speed attack bar boost, so that's fine. So you just keep on getting the upper hand on the enemy. So let's do that. Increase our attack bar boost, push them back. Okay. Sometimes you get lots of stuns with Britta. Sometimes you get the entire team, which is rare but extremely helpful. And if you haven't built a Britta yet or gotten him, build him. He is very essential. Right. Defense break. Try to defense break. There we go. Attack bar boost. See, sometimes Bella goes crazy with those violent procs, and there you go. Keep on focusing on that one. They should be taken care of. Alright, boss stage. You don't want any of the jokers to move. Liebly and I forget the fire one's name. Very unimportant. You don't want them to get bombs on you, and you don't want Sierra to move at all. She lands that bomb, she's going to gain that second turn and clearly at least take out one of your monsters. So try to slow her down. I didn't get the slow or defense break, so. And yeah, try to stun, slow the Lieblies, because they're gonna hurt every single time. Alright, try to heal there. That defense buff is gonna be very important. There we go, we got the slow on her, which is very important. And we provoked her, so she's not gonna use her second skill, so. Alright. That's fine. Push back. See, that's why Mav is important. I know we just got the bombs back on, but you would have been dealing with 2 bombs, so. Clearly very painful. Push back. There we go. Some health. Play some dots. Slow. I mean, not slow. Attack bar pushback. Provoke him. Alright, so we crit with the Spectra. You saw the damage there. When you crit, it takes a giant chunk of the boss's HP. So, basically, this stage, don't let anyone land a bomb. And if one of them does, make sure your Mav is ready with that third skill to take that bomb off. Right, next stage, stage 50. So the last one for this video, and it's gonna be this boss stage. Not necessarily 50, but the Laura and Charlotte. Very dynamic duo, especially since they've been getting buffs. The buffs is making it even more difficult. And it's the other monsters next to them. I believe it's the Light and Wind Imp. I don't know if it's Imp champions, but one of them has a ignore defense, so you cannot let him move. So again, playing keep away with all the monsters. You cannot let them do anything. There we go. I meant to do a defense break there, but that's fine. We still did it. Let's do that. Push back. Reset someone. That stun. Stun is very nice. And yeah, Basalt being super defense tanky, his third skill being based off of defense is a nice extra damage to get in there. Let's provoke that one. Speed the team up. Just to try to defense break everyone. Some more dots. You see, for this first 5 boss stages, the order does not change. The tactic does not change itself. Just be consistent. Keep on doing this way. Keep on making the right choices. Those third skills, important. That's why these monsters were selected for. I selected them for ToA. So push back some more. Okay. And I will admit, I actually built Spectre way later, because I was using Hua at the beginning, but some stages she doesn't really cut it. She does good damage, but not HP based damage. Like, the bosses have ridiculous amounts of HP, so especially the last boss. So Spectra, with the slow ability as well, kind of outclasses Hua for damage. Now, as far as attack bar control, Hua obviously takes the cake there, but it's all, you know, depending on the situation. Alright. Slow. You clearly want to slow the vertihills, so. Some CC. Wow, 4-man stun. That's very nice. Keep on going. Defense break. Push back. You see, Basalt doing, was it almost 13,000 damage with his defense boost and his defense base damage. It's pretty nice. I have him on speed, HP, defense. Obviously, he would do more damage with his straight defense, but I wanted more survivability, and I do have defense subs on his substats on his runes, so he's not doing too bad. Defense break this guy. Alright. Should be taken care of. Alright, so let's check out these abilities real quick. Attacks all enemies 3 times. Each attack decreases their attack bar by 30% chance and has a 40% chance to increase the enemy's chance of landing a glancing hit for 30 seconds. For 2 turns. Summons a dull knight and attacks all enemies, stuns them for 1 turn and decreases their attack speed. So obviously these first two, the second and third skills do not let them happen. So Light Guardian Angel. So this one's attack damage. It's damage based. This one is doing damage based off our HP and decreases the attack power for 3 turns for a 40% chance. Afterwards, she grants a full team buff. So definitely don't let that one happen. And Toy Knight, I believe these are the same. Yeah. And I think it's the light imp. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments. The light one that does the ignore defense. So let's not let that happen. All right, so let's try to get rid of Charlotte first. Okay. Lay some dots down for the little. Oh, and stunning one. That's nice. I'll take that. There we go. Let's try defense breaker anyways, just in case. Push back. Slow. Trying to provoke them. You can provoke the bosses, so that's always it's very important actually. It's to ensure that they're not going to use their ultimate skills, their big skills. Alright, we have her provoked. So, only first skill happening. Alright, so we got to provoke her before she went crazy. Push back. Heal up some. Reset. Defense buff, slow. Let's try to provoke him. Alright, he's provoked. Provoke her. Start controlling the battlefield here. Do some damage. Not as much damage, but push back. There we go. Stun him. Push back. It's the same rhythm all over and over again. Let's not let her move. Alright. Yeah, he can clearly tank that out. Easy. Push back. Alright, so she's done. Let's work on them. I'll work on her mainly because you kill her and you're done. Slow. Let's reset her attack bar. That didn't work, but we'll push back. Okay, so we should be fine at this point. Defense buff. Yeah, just keep on provoking everyone, and you should be fine. Let's take care of that. Should be able to finish her off there, so because the little guy's gonna die, the imp is gonna die anyways. So Spectra doing its damage, and all right, that's it. That is it. So that was the free-to-play team. Britta, Mav, Spectra, Bella, and Basalt. I showed the runes at the beginning, so if you skipped forward and didn't check the beginning, go back to the beginning and go look at the runes so that you can have a better idea of what you can need to at least get through the first 5 bosses. These runes can get you to the end and beat ToA hard, so I hope this video was helpful. The next videos will be the remaining bosses. Obviously it's going to be slower paced, so I might do 1 or 2 bosses or maybe 1 boss at a time, so expect those. I know that it refreshes in 4 days, so I will pick up from the other bosses once I beat those stages, and go over those bosses. And essentially what I want to do is each ToA hard boss I want to show my strategy, how I tackle those bosses and beat them with my teams and runes. So expect a bunch of videos for just the harder bosses, after 50 later on, so you can have a better view and perspective how to tackle them. So again, I appreciate you guys watching the video. Hope you like it. Any input, any errors, or any opinion at all, feel free to comment. If you like the video at all, especially if you really love the video, hit that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. So stay tuned for the next videos, and I will catch you in the next one.